Russia-Ukraine War. Key events on Day 1038. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine, which began in February 2022, continues to dominate global headlines as it progresses into its 1038th day. The following are the key developments from today. Escalation in frontline clashes. Heavy fighting intensified along critical sections of the front lines. Ukrainian forces launched counteroffensive operations in the eastern Donetsk region, aiming to push back Russian troops entrenched in strategic positions. Local reports suggest the use of advanced Western-supplied weaponry, including HIMARS systems, to target Russian supply lines. Simultaneously, Russian forces carried out several aerial bombardments targeting Ukrainian military infrastructure near Kherson. Civilian casualties were reported as strikes hit residential areas, prompting international condemnation. Diplomatic channels remained active but strained. High-level discussions between representatives of NATO and key Ukrainian allies centered on accelerating the delivery of military aid. The European Union reaffirmed its commitment to Ukraine with an announcement of an additional €500 million aid package, aimed at bolstering humanitarian relief and rebuilding efforts in liberated areas. Meanwhile, the Kremlin signaled a hardline stance, stating that any negotiations would require Ukraine's acceptance of territorial concessions, a demand Kyiv has consistently rejected. Humanitarian crisis deepens. The ongoing conflict continues to exacerbate the humanitarian crisis. According to the United Nations, nearly 1 million additional Ukrainians have been displaced in the past month alone, bringing the total number of internally displaced persons to over 7 million. Efforts by aid organizations to reach civilians trapped in contested zones remain challenging due to security concerns. Additionally, reports emerged of deteriorating conditions in occupied territories, where access to medical care and basic supplies is severely limited. Calls for humanitarian corridors are gaining traction in international forums.